We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers going to come out throwing. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Rodgers. Touchdown Bears. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing Jones. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Jones. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossing.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A very solid gain of 27.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Damian Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
14, Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The offense has to look back because that was just a dump down. He turned something up seemingly.
The best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is a better play than even what was drawn up.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are back within a score. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And now with the play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Chicago.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Carry for Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But the Vikings sit 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Jones throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Jones. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Rodgers now on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
26. 50. Hey, you block over here.
To throw is Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. A loss of a yard that brings up 4.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. The quick slant caught.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll toss to Harris. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They brought him in off the corner. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was goes down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
And the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now. Operating from the gun, Jones.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Left side caught by Diggs.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Here's Jones on 1st and 10.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 38, Jones, blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now Jones throwing on 4th down.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Keion Crossen. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
What are y'all doing?
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On play action, Rodgers flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Jameson Williams
With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Bears take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Vikings 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go, take it to the house.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And some room to work. There he goes, left side. Touchdown.
So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers. And Waller taking it in over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Rodgers again now. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now the try here for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Bears 42, Vikings 15.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Off-play action. Jones. They'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Throwing Jones. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Waste of time.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
It's a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 88, 26.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's brought in by Harris.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Kidding me? Really? I'm good.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Damian Harris halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. No, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Vikings 15.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.